So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and I partner every week with Donna Hunter and Gary Knapp. And today I have Karen and Poppy with us, as you can see on your screen. We're very privileged to have these two leaders from Australasia. Just give you a little bit about their background. Now, Karen Denniss, a former nurse, is the mother of 4 children and a grandmother to 6. She studied nutrition and supplementation for many years and began her Manatech business in 2002. She reached the 6-figure income level in just over 2 years and has earned many awards in the process. Karen was Associate of the Year in Australasia and in 2008 and again in 2013. She was in the top International Business Builders of the Year in 2007 and again in 2013, and in addition has been in the top 5 Associates of the Year in 2008, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, and 18. In 2012, and what?
Nothing. Sorry.
You let me know if I need to update that, Karen. In 2002, she was the recipient of the Giving Spirit Award in Australasia and also inducted to the $1 Million Club, a prestigious group comprised of associates who have earned over $1 million in Manatech business. Now, Poppy was a busy stay-at-home mom with 3 beautiful kids and ran that tiling business with her husband, Nicholas. As a result, 2 large unpaid invoices caused their family to experience a significant financial distress. Poppy also lost her good health and within months was bedridden and mostly housebound. It was when her GP of 20 years visited and told the family to prepare for her funeral that she reached out to her longtime friend, Naomi. She knew she had recovered using some health products and she thought she'd try as a last resort. I get goosebumps every time I read this, Poppy. Within 10 days, she started to notice a difference and gradually she was out of bed, showering herself, then being fully involved in day-to-day family living. It didn't take long for Poppy to investigate, then commit to partnering with Naomi in business. She said it's the best decision she's ever made for herself and her family. She can now afford things they previously had to leave out. Her income is increasing, and she's a multi-award winner in our business. Poppy now has embraced greater hopes for her dreams for the future. So today we're talking everything about our upcoming Thailand incentive. And I'm just going to hand over to the girls. So I thought probably just both of you just give a little update yourself from where you're at with the incentive, and then we'll hand to Karen. We'll walk through the details of this incentive, and then we can go from there.
Sure. Well, I just wanted to say, I don't know, incentives are just wonderful. I mean, the whole point of incentives, and congratulations for being on the call, all of you, because it shows that you've taken the first step to earning either the money or the incentive, whichever is your target, because that's the biggest thing, making the decision. You know, that's the important thing, is deciding it's what you want. And it's so worth it. I know Poppy's been to heaps of incentives, but I just thought I'd write a list just to give you a taste. But, you know, I've been all over the world with Manatech. You know, apart from having a business, the travel and the company of other people is just so amazing. I mean, I've been to Beijing, Mauritius, Dallas, Las Vegas, Florida, New Zealand, Mexico twice, Fiji, and heading to the Yarra Valley in August, which is really fun. So it's just such a wonderful fringe benefit that isn't tax deductible. So it's just a lovely thing to do. So I just I'm glad you've come on this call this morning, and I know we'll do our best to give you some ideas and some tips on how you can make it happen, because I have never been to Thailand, so I'm very excited about it.
Thanks, Karen.
That's okay.
And Poppy, I know you're pulling out all stops to be here this morning. Had a little argument with some food last night, but the stretch.
A big argument with some food. Look, as you guys know, I love the company and I love everything it stands for. As Sharon mentioned, my journey with it has been just phenomenal with my health. And I even just last week had my bloods done and everything. And my doctor looked at me and he says to me, Poppy, I can't believe every time you walk in the door how amazing you look, and different you look as well every time. He goes, your skin's glowing, you're still shrinking, but more importantly, your bloods have come back perfect again. So very thankful for Manatech. And as Sharon said, been to many incentives. I think since I've joined in the last, I've been 8 years with the company, I've earned all of them and gone to all of them that we've had in the meantime. So I've gone to, I think, 10 or 11, and hopefully I've qualified for Yarra as well. We'll find out soon. But I've already hit the ground running with Thailand and already have my sign-ups and people going, and incentives motivate me. And the reason they motivate me is because I love getting together with people. I mean, yes, the holidays are amazing. We get treated like royalty. The places are exquisite, the food and everything, but it's the company for me. And seeing people, seeing old friends again that we haven't seen for a long time, and just reconnecting. But the biggest buzz for me is being able to bring a new person with me on the incentive. And the last incentive that we went to Phuket, I got to bring Nicole, my new associate that had only joined 3 months prior, and she earned it. And just to be able to be on the plane, and see her excitement, and see, like, everywhere we turned, everywhere we went, it was wow, 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 wow. She was just so over the moon and excited about it. And that's what I loved. That's what I love seeing. So I'm hoping that this incentive as well will get the girls motivated and we can bring more of the team along. But yeah, incentives are amazing. And hopefully we can give you some tips on how to earn them.
Awesome. It's so exciting, isn't it? So Karen, over to you again.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Poppy, too. Well, I'm going to do a bit of nuts and bolts this morning because I think that's a key factor. And from my experience, a lot of people find it really hard to work out, you know, what to actually do and what to focus on. So I'm going to go through the terms and conditions in a minute. But I just want to repeat what I said before. Deciding you want to go and setting that as your firm intention is the most powerful thing you can do. It's more powerful than all the enrolling and all the work, because it'll make all that happen if you really, really, really want to go. And I'll probably say this again at the end too, but what I really recommend is that you download the tracker and actually fill it out now. Maybe with people you've got in mind and what they can do. Maybe just new associate, new customer, new associate, new customer, whatever, and what points it's going to be. And as Sharon's already made the point in her emails and over, June is the best month to do as much as you possibly can. And when we go through the terms and conditions, I'll show you why that is the case. But obviously more automatic orders in the next 2 months, and there's duplication points, which are very significant too. So that's another important one for us to look at. But, you know, write out your plan now, work it out. That's really my main advice. And I've already done it, you know, how I'm getting those points. And I did it with the Yarra Valley, and it's what absolutely works. And you've got a target in your mind, and your whole energy and your magnetic attracting things to you is all set in place by doing that. Okay, so let's just have a look at this, because I know this is basic and you can all read, but I think it helps just to go through and have another look. So it's very obvious with enrollments, 5 points for a customer, 10 points.
Do you want to share your screen, Karen?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do that. Sorry. I'll just close this down again. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, is that okay now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, cool. Sorry. Thanks, Sharon. I'll just move you guys out of the way. Okay, so there's your first thing with enrolling. A customer is 5 points, an associate is 10 points. And here's the other big key, of course, the more automatic orders you have, following on from enrollments, the more points. So for every new customer that has an automatic order after the month of enrolment, so you've got 5 points for the enrolment month, which is basically their first automatic order. And while I'm on that, can I just give a little tip here? But if you don't realise, always enrol people with a subscription order. Even if you haven't discussed it, you can always get back to them and do it afterwards. But if they don't enrol with us in a subscription order that first month, they're not qualified for loyalty. So there's just a little tip, because I know quite often I see that in my team, people don't. So an associate for automatic orders, they're going to get 10 points. So if you're enrolling, for instance, a new associate in June, you're getting 10 points for June, 10 points for July, and 10 points for August if they're keeping up there. So there's 30 points, We're only looking at 250 points. So just with one associate, there's 30 points. Now, here's the other thing, because we've just had all the Lumi Lives, which was so incredible. And I'm sure a lot of you enrolled people as a result of that. And if you didn't, you had guests that didn't come, now's the time to follow them up and go and let them try it for themselves and feel it and just guide them. So if people enroll with either the daily care system or the returning care program, you get another 10 points. So that associate you enroll in June with Luminovation, 2 automatic orders after that, you're up to 40 points now. 40 points just for one person. Or with a customer, it could be 15 points for the month they enroll with the Luminovation, and then 5 points for the extra 2 months. So you're looking at what? That's 30 points just for a customer. So June's the time if you possibly can. Now, this is my favourite. I mean, Poppy mentioned how good it is to take somebody with you. And this is what I love. These are my favourite points, the leadership points, because really the point of incentives is to build your business. The company provides them not just to give us a good holiday, but to assist us in actually building our business for long-term benefit. So getting to a new leadership level, you're only going to do that with associates, which is why we need to focus on that if we can. So by becoming a new leadership level from where you've been in the last 3 months, so you need to check what you've been for the last 3 months, and getting to a new level is going to get you terrific points. I mean, Gold Director is 60 points. That's a huge way to $500 just to get to that level, apart from the extra income. I know, you know, going from Gold to Director to Executive Director, that can 50% more income alone, plus you're nearly there at that $500 with 100 points in this incentive, all going to Thailand. So these points are really powerful. And the great thing is, if you're enrolling new people that you want to come with you, showing them this, a new person in this incentive can do at least 2 levels in 1 month. A silver associate, for instance, is only 350 PV. You have to have at least 150 PV on 0 level. So the associate would have to have 150. Obviously, if it was Luminovation, the skincare, that'd be easy because it's 226, you know, so that's easy. But then to be a silver associate, you must have 2 legs, and they must be, which means they're associates because your customers are on 0 level, but your associates are under you. So you must have 2 associates, and they must have at least 100 PV order to qualify as an active leg. So you need to remember that. So with 150 themselves, 2 associates with 100 PV, you're a silver associate. It's just incredible. So, but remember, those associates under you must have at least 1 order in a leg that's 100 PV for it to qualify. But then they can go to Gold in the same month just by increasing that and helping the people under them. So look at those points, look at where you're at, and make that your aim. And then, apart from the personal, this is the points that you get by helping someone else get to that level. So by helping someone become a silver associate, you get 10 points. They upgrade in the same month to Gold associate, 15 points. If they upgrade again to Director, 20 points. So I just personally believe this incentive is really quite easy to earn, or even $500 is easy to earn, or $1,000 to getting to 200 points. So look at this and study it, print this out and work out what it is your aim. Now, this is a really great one. I don't think we've ever had this before from my memory. Poppy may remember, but I don't. Duplication points. When you enroll a customer or associate, hang on, when one of your new associates, I have to get this straight, enrolls, if they enroll a new customer or a new associate in the same month they enroll, that's the key point, you get extra points. So if you enroll a new associate and in that first month, this is only in the month they enroll, They enroll a new customer, you get 10 points. They get points, obviously, but you get 10 points for helping them do that. And if they enroll a new associate in their first month, you get an extra 20 points. So this is going to be applicable for the whole 3 months. This doesn't just apply to June. New people you enroll in July, if you help them get going straight away, you can earn these extra points. In August, same thing. So I think they're magic. You can actually enroll not that many people, earn a lot of points if you really work with them and help them. So that was all I wanted to talk about with that one. I hope that was helpful. Yes, I hope that was helpful.
Did you want to add anything, Poppy?
No, I think that's perfectly said. It's an easy incentive to, well, I think it's an easy incentive to earn. I sat down yesterday afternoon and had a really good look at it. Exactly what Karen said. Start from now, though. Make that decision and get yourself focused and ready, and start from now. Put out an action plan, and that's what I do every incentive. So last night was the first time I've had a massive couple of weeks. I only just got back from Italy and still recovering from it. So I sat down yesterday afternoon and studied it, got in contact with my key associates already to tell them about it, to say, do you want, let's run together with this.
Yeah.
And I started contacting all the customers that I've spoken to, started contacting past customers I've spoken to in the past who have said maybe, or give me a couple of weeks. Same with people that were interested in doing the business who said maybe, or give me a couple of weeks. And an incentive I find is always a draw card to get people to join your team as business builders, because who doesn't want a free holiday? And if you can't take the holiday for whatever reason, there's the cash incentive there. And who doesn't want extra cash that can help? So you've got to start from now, though, because if you start from now, it does become easier to earn it rather than scrambling right at the end to try and do everything. Start from now, get your action plan together, align yourself with your associates who want to do it. And as Karen said, get them ranked up. So ranking them up will give you extra points, like she said. And if you start from now, you've got a better chance of earning it.
Awesome. And so we wanted to make this sort of like a really quick training so you could use it. It's duplicable for bringing new people on so they can help understand the culture and the big picture of the importance of these incentives. So tips in inviting and asking. I know we'll focus on this again with Vincent and Bella next week, but what are you actually saying to people, and how are you inspiring, probably starting with your business partners and leaders and then moving on to customers as well?
Look, with me, it's always been, I go back to the people that I've spoken to before, okay? Because yes, they might say no, but no is not always a definite no forever. And people do watch you. Like 99% of the people that sign up with me will say, I've been watching you for a while. And the fact that you haven't given up in this business and you've lasted this long shows me that you're in it for the long haul, and it's doing what it says it's doing. So I had a meeting with Sinead yesterday, and it was very, very interesting. We had a really good talk about changing our wording to suit today's environment, because what we used to say in the past doesn't necessarily work for 2024. And so one of the things that she said to me about when you sign up a customer and you're like, whether you're doing it on the phone or face-to-face with them, was always ask them, before I sign you up, so I can do the right thing by you, are you the type of person, ask them a question, are you the type of person, when you find something that you like, do you share it all over social media, or do you tell your friends about it? And I use skincare or makeup, especially with girls, as an example, because once we find good makeup and good skincare, we tell the world, and I do anyway. I tell everybody. And if they say yes, well, then she said, then you say, well, if you like this product, there's a way that you can earn some income with it. Would that be something that you're interested in? And I really liked that way of thinking. And I did it on somebody last night, and we're having a meeting this afternoon because she wants to join. And it's to take the pressure off people thinking, oh, I've got to grow a business. It's a business. I've got to grow it. And if I don't grow it, I fail and what have you. No, use it as a way of, well, the same way we share everything, you know, we find a coffee place that we like, we share the coffee place. It's exactly the same thing. You find a skincare, for example, you love the skincare, you tell your friends about it. Well, why not make some extra cash on the side about it? So then it takes the pressure off them about thinking they've got to grow this global business, or, you know, and it just works a lot better. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to definitely take on board what Shanae said. And as I said, used it last night just on somebody. We're just talking. And she said to me, Poppy, this is not even somebody I know. This is someone I met at a cafe. She just came up to me and she goes, look, can I just say something to you? She goes, your skin looks amazing. And I wasn't wearing any I don't wear makeup at the best of times unless I'm going to a wedding. But I was floored. And I said, would you like to know about it? So I told her about Luminovation. And, you know, we're meeting this afternoon because she wants to have a look at it. So that's the pack there ready for me to take it to her. And I'm just going to use the same line on her. So that's all, you know, just keep it simple. We don't need to make it hard. And with my customers, I'll just go back to previous customers, and even customers that had orders years ago and that have, you know, stopped for whatever reason. Just touch base with them. Show them something, you know, Luminovation. Show them something different. You just never know, you know, what can come out of it. But just keep it simple. Don't go over the top about it. You don't need to. So that's all I'm going to do.
Yes, excellent.
And Karen?
Yes, well, I've got a couple of things I've been thinking about, and I was talking to my sister who's having a holiday in Thailand at the moment last night, and I remembered something from training years ago in America. Somebody came up with this great idea, but Christy Sapwell said about it on that call. Remember that call we had about Luminovation and inviting everybody with Christy and was it Kirsty? Oh, their names are so similar, I can't remember. But she'd said how she'd gone to her nail technician, and she said that this is all happening. We're having this big opening and launch of this new skincare range. Do you know anyone who'd be interested? So instead of asking her, she said, do you know anyone? This is the key point. And the girl, those of you who are on that call, remember the girl said, what about me? And I think this is a real key we can use with the business. I think there's a lot of people nervous about speaking to people about the business. We're in a time where people need money more than ever. The homeless are everywhere. Out here at Nanango, where it's really cold, people living in tents. It's really, you know, dire. I mean, you don't have to go there if you don't want to, but there's people really needing a second stream of income, but people are still nervous about speaking to people. So I just think this is a great phrase when you meet somebody, just to say, do you know anyone? I'm expanding my business. Do you know anyone who's looking for some extra income? You know, and my sister's in Thailand and we talked about this, and she meets people there and she could say, you know, my company's just opening up in Thailand and I'm looking for some people who are interested in starting a business or earning some extra money. Do you know anyone? So you're not putting that person on the spot. They might just say no and nobody feels bad. But I think one of the big reasons we don't speak up is this fear of rejection, and I don't know, it's just nervousness. Maybe they'll ask you a question you can't answer. But do you know anyone? I think it's such a great question. So that's my big thing. And secondly, who's going to every Thai restaurant they know in town? You know, there's so many Thai people living in Australia that, you know, they've got family back home. A lot of people send money, you know, people work in Hong Kong and send money to their families. You know, we're not looking at a higher income area as Australia. And, you know, go to Thai restaurants, ask them, you know, do you know anyone in Thailand who's, you got any family who's looking to earn some extra money? Our company's opening in Thailand. So anyway, they're my suggestions. Yes.
That's awesome. There's good comments and chatter in the, there's other people going to Thai restaurants this weekend.
Yeah,
so.
good. Good.
Well, I think that's awesome. I can't think of anything else, and I think we want this to be able to share to new people, so that and a 30-minute call is a less of a burden. So unless there's anything else specifically incentive, Poppy, do you feel complete? Yeah, I think then we'll just say, you know, we're all long-term Manatechers, and what's in your heart? What's your biggest love for Manatech? This mission, its purpose, the culture, and our technology.
Okay. You go first, Poppy. Like.
No, you go. It's all good. You go.
Well, everybody knows I just love these products and love what they've done to people, what's happened to Poppy. I've got people in my business, one who's on this call, who wouldn't be with us today, but for the Manatech products, and she knows who she is. So, you know, I feel emotional just even saying that.
So do I.
You know, it's just so incredible what we've got to offer. And, you know, I went to a personal development course recently, and I'm doing another one next week at the great old age of 73, still things to learn. And he basically said, if you've got something great that you're not sharing, you're being selfish, which is a bit of a hit in the face when he said that. I felt, you know, a bit condemned. And that's true, you know. So this is my thing. People need our products more than ever. Our food's worse than ever. And everybody needs extra money. So we just have to be proud of our business, which is maybe a hiccup for some people. Be proud of the business model we have. It's free enterprise in action. And be prepared to share it and help people with the products, with their health, and with their finances. So that's my message.
Very well said. Get out of our own way.
Yeah, that's very, and you guys, most of you know my story and where I've come. And that's my motivation. Like, for me, what these products have done, let's take the business side out for a minute. Okay. Yes, the money's great, and I've seen the world through Manatech.
Yeah.
And the extra finances have helped immensely. But if I'm not here to enjoy it, what's the point?
Yeah.
And these products saved my life. And I'm going to keep saying that to the day I die. They saved my life. I'm now going on to, it was 2015. So we're 9 years now. And in 9 years, the worst I've ever had is a sniffle. I have not touched an antibiotic in 9 years. From 26 prescription, very, very strong medications of steroids and whatever else I was on, to nothing now. And had it not been for the products themselves, I wouldn't be here. So that's why I'm passionate about it. That's why I don't want to give up. That's why I don't, you know, when things get tough, I don't stop, because if it's not, because if it wasn't for the products themselves, I wouldn't be here to enjoy the incentives. I wouldn't be here to enjoy the business. I wouldn't be here to enjoy what it offers. We need our wellness and our health, and there is no dollar value on that. I just did a 3-week stint in Italy, and everywhere I went, I was crying like a baby. You can ask Elena, purely for the fact that we were walking 10 to 12 kilometers a day, and I was able to do it. So I went from somebody that was bedridden, not being able to shower myself, not being able to do anything, to now walking Italy 10 to 12 Ks a day. And I'm keeping up with a 25-year-old. Yeah, she told me off at times because I was a bit slow, but I'm 31 years older than her. But I'm doing that. And why am I doing that? Because I found products that helped me with my wellness and got my wellness in check. I found products that helped with weight loss that are keeping me to this day, I'm still losing weight. That's why I'm passionate about it. We've got something that works. We've got something that is validated. We've got something that's backed by science. We've got something that's proven by time that it still works. So I think we've just got to, like we've said before, we've got to get out of our own way and out of our own head and just tell the world what we've got, because we've got things that are life-saving. Saved my life, and here I am today because of it.
I second that, third that. Magic saved my life as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our training for today. Make sure you share this wisely and widely, and you know, go out there, change the world, change people's lives. We do really, if we're not telling people about this, then it's about us, and we got to lift the game. So,
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. We'll see you next Saturday with Vincent and Bella, and have a wonderful weekend.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
see ya.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.